We're here. We did it. Let's talk about the finale to The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I've been loving this show. There was one episode that was disappointing to me, but I still really enjoyed it. And this is it. This is the finale, episode 6 of this mini series that we got. Is there going to be a season 2? I'll talk a little bit more about that, but the potentials for that at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. And always let me know your guys' thoughts on the episode down below in the comment section. And if you're new, also consider subscribing to the channel. I post a lot about Marvel, Star Wars, DC, horror, independent films, Oscars, like a bunch of stuff, rankings, reviews, marathons. Like I have a 24-hour movie marathon coming up next week. Well, I'm going to be recording it next week, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, this episode is the conclusion, the culmination of what we've been building up to. We see Karli and the Flag Smashers. They start trying to take the GRC as hostages, and I say try to because the foil in their plan is Sam and Bucky. We get to see Sam wearing his new Captain America suit with the wings, which is so cool, and I loved it. I couldn't wait to see what his uniform was going to look like, what the suit was going to look like, and it looks amazing. And I just love Sebastian Stan so much, and man, oh man, have I said it. Sam is so worthy to be Captain America. I was grinning and smiling the entire time watching Captain America on screen. He's back. Captain America's back. He's a new Captain America, but his values and his love and his duty for the country and the service, it's still there. We get to see John Walker, who still has his Captain America getup, essentially. And then it's introduced later on that he's the U.S. agent, which we have already speculated. That's not really anything new. If anybody knows the John Walker character, I mean, he's U.S. agent. Sharon Carter gets in the mix. She tries to help them stop Karli, and it is eventually revealed that she is the power broker. I was right, baby. I was right. WandaVision, I got nothing right. So you guys got to give me this one, okay? This is a win for me. Let's celebrate a little bit. Doing the Zemo dance. In this episode, there's a lot of really good action. There's great stakes. You get to see kind of the separation of both Captain America and the Winter Soldier and how they are basically doing two different things using their own set of skills. And I really found that fascinating because it doesn't really lean into the fact that the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, is going to be the sidekick of Sam, even though at the end maybe he is. I think there's still some story left to be told with Bucky. I really love the character of Bucky. He's always been one of my favorites from the comic book. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with him. And his arc that he had in this show was beautifully well done. Because at the end, he actually ends up getting to have that moment that we've all been waiting for where he finally reveals his past and has to make amends. It's no longer a amends just for the sake of amending it, but it's more trying to come at peace with what he did and who he was in the past. So eventually they do stop Karli. Karli ends up dying at the hands of Sharon Carter as she's almost going to pull the trigger and kill Sam. She ends up dying. She reveals to Sam that she's sorry, and Sam makes a plea with the GRC that I thought was really compelling. It lasted maybe a little too long, but it was very compelling in him saying basically like, look, don't label these people as terrorists. And you have to understand, you have to make it work for both sides because you're going to have someone who is just like Karli, but worse. Karli 2.0 is scary. You don't want to go through Karli 2.0. They give all the heroes their moments. I mean, John Walker teams up with Bucky and Sam. Does that make him a good guy? We're going to get into that a little bit. That's why I'm trying to kind of go through this summary really fast because I want to get to the good stuff, the predictions, what's going to happen moving forward with these characters. And they give John Walker his moments. I will say they actually gave him his moments. You can see that he's very broken and very beaten down. And I have loved Wyatt Russell's performance in this show. The character's so intriguing to me. And to be able to have some type of ending arc for this show, for this character, was nice to see. It's not a redemption for him because I really don't see it as that way. And I know people are saying that it's like rushed redemption, but again, I don't see this as a redemption for him. I really see this as he teamed up with Sam and Bucky because they needed all the help that they can get. And then at the end of the episode, we get some closure with the characters. Sharon Carter, the power broker, she ends up getting a full pardon, and she's going to go back into the U.S., and she's also going to take her old job so that way she can be the power broker and use it to her advantage, which is going to be very interesting. It's setting up a villain role for her. You get to see Zemo at the raft for like 5 seconds. It's revealed that he killed the rest of the Flag Smashers by blowing them up. And Valentina, who is working with John Walker, she's basically Madam Hydra. That's basically who she is. I don't really see her being anything but that. And John Walker works for her now. He's revealed to be the U.S. agent. It's kind of it. I'm trying to think of like anything else that I missed, but there's a nice moment that gave me literal goosebumps because Sam decides to show Isaiah something in the Captain America exhibit, and there's one section that is dedicated to Isaiah and what he did for the country. And that was a beautiful moment. I really loved that closing chapter of Isaiah's character. I don't think we'll see him again, but that was really, really sweet, very tender, and just what a great moment. Again, I had goosebumps, I had chills. I love this episode. This to me wasn't the best episode of the series. I still think episode 4 is my favorite, but man, do I really love what they did with this episode. The way that they're able to tie up the loose ends, the way that they're able to close out the different chapters and stories of each of these arcs throughout this season, I thought were really well done. Were they a little rushed? Maybe. They could have done maybe even one more episode just for kind of that closure because everything kind of felt so like packed in. Again, I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing where these characters go next. Overall, this show was everything I wanted it to be. I was so excited for this show. It lived up to the hype. And it's far better, in my opinion, than WandaVision. I'm sorry, WandaVision lovers. I get it, WandaVision. I'm happy you like it. I'm happy it worked for you. It just didn't work for me overall. Whereas this show, it really did work for me. And again, I got that Captain America Winter Soldier feel. And that's what I love. Because that's my favorite Marvel movie of all time right now. I could change, subject to change, but it's my favorite MCU film. Now let's get into kind of predictions, projections, things like that for where these characters can go. Falcon's gone. He's Captain America now. And I am so happy that he is Captain America. There's a nice moment in this episode where someone says, look, it's the Black Falcon. And a guy goes, no, that's Captain America. And I was just like, yeah, baby. I can't wait to see the adventures that he goes on. The struggles he's going to have being Captain America and having to be dealing with, the people that hate him because of the color of his skin. Also, the fact that he's not a super soldier, I think that's going to be very challenging for Sam, but I think he's up to the task. And there's a moment in this episode where he says, look, I might even die, but I know what I need to do. And I'm just like, gosh, Anthony Mackie plays it off so well. And again, I'm just so happy that he took the shield, and now we got Captain America back. I do think that there's going to be a lot more of Captain America. I don't see how they couldn't bring Sam's Captain America into the fold. Yeah, he'll be back. I mean, all these characters are going to be back. Bucky, the Winter Soldier, aka the White Wolf, I think he's really going to start coming into his own as the White Wolf. I think he really put the Winter Soldier behind him. I think he's moving forward. He has a new lease on life. I still think that he's going to be kind of the sidekick to Captain America, and that's okay. That works for me. I think that the relationship that him and Sam were able to build in this show was probably the best moments for me because I love seeing that camaraderie, that chemistry, and we never really got to see that with these two characters because it felt like they were always at odds competing with one another for the attention of Steve Rogers. And so now that Steve Rogers is out of the equation, you can just have these two characters come together and unite as one. I love it. I love seeing it. And I think there's a lot of story left with Bucky. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't think he's going to get his own movie anytime soon. Maybe in the future. Maybe even gets his own series. Maybe it's just like The White Wolf or something, like just him leading a series. That'd be really cool. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on his future? What do you think is going to happen? Could we see a season 2 of this? I don't think there's going to be a season 2 directly of this, but I do think that there could be a series for Bucky's character, which I'd really enjoy. And then Sharon Carter, the post-credit scene, They're setting her up as a villain. I believe full-heartedly that she will be a villain, potentially either in Black Panther 2 or the new and next Captain America film. Or even if they do the White Wolf series, you could have her be the main central villain. There's a lot of different ways you can take it. There's a lot of different angles, but I think that her reveal as the power broker is so significant in the fact that it changes the dynamic of the MCU and the way that we viewed Sharon Carter. So that's going to be very interesting. And then John Walker, he'll be back. He'll be back in the next Captain America movie. No doubt about it. We're going to see John Walker a lot. I think that he's going to be a prominent character. I think the Thunderbolts are coming, baby. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on the finale episode of Captain America and the White Wolf. What do you guys think about my thoughts? Let me know down below in the comment section of this video. Did you enjoy this episode? Let me know. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this content, this video. I really greatly appreciate all the love and support. You guys are amazing. Consider subscribing to the channel if you are new and you like Marvel content, because we'll be here for Loki, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, all of those Marvel IPs, all of the new Marvel stuff that's coming out. I will be covering it here on the channel, so you don't want to miss it. As well as The Bad Batch, because that's the next show that we're going to be doing weekly reviews of, baby, and I'm excited. I'm excited for The Bad Batch. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.